Okay, so we can start the session. The thing is, last class we have stopped on Terraform, right? So what I'll do, is like I'll halt the Terraform now. I'll tell one small remaining topics actually. Why? Because Terraform is a big concept actually. If my health is fine, like the Terraform is going to complete by today. But unfortunately, the online strength and offline strength is less, right? We will cover some other topics apart from Terraform. Is monitoring done for you? Prometheus done, right? Okay. So what I'll do is I'll explain one small project actually. That is very small project only. So that concept I'm going to cover now. So Terraform I'll start again from the next class itself. So let's wait for a couple of minutes. So like I can use the same server or let me remove this. So what I'm going to do is like there is a small concept of software installation. That is very small concept actually. We'll proceed with that. Why? Because Terraform like today, I just want to start one important concept, but the strength is too low, right? I'll explain the project. That is very small project again. No need to worry about this one. So the project name is software installation. What is the name of the project? So like what exactly going to happen means whenever you go for a company, just go and see this one. For example, let's go for 3-tier architecture. So first one is we know already like web server, right? Second one is going to be, and third one, database server. So the name is web server. Second one is app. And third one, DB server. So like I'm gonna show you how the 3-tier architecture is going to work in the real-time aspect. So for example, whenever you go for company, so generally we used to work on 3-tier architecture. 3-tier architecture means what? 3 servers we have. First one web server, second one app, and third one is going to be obviously, is the point clear? So as a fresher, when you go for company directly, they will give this kind of task initially. First of all, they won't ask you to directly go for deployment. They will ask you to try to install softwares on your servers. Okay, this is the very basic work. Even if you ask me, in my initial days, I have done the same work. Why? Because before going for deployment, you need to understand how many servers we have, in which server, which software we need to install. We need to understand this clarity or not, sir. For that purpose only, I am taking this concept. So the first one is web server, second one, and third one is. So, sir, what is the main purpose of web server? To see the application. So here I'm writing web server main purpose is to see the application. So in real time, which softwares we are going to install on web server means, if you ask me, we are going to use Nginx or we are going to use Apache. These two we can use, sir. Nginx and HTTPD both are your web server, which is used to show the application. So let's create a server and try to install Nginx here. So I'm taking 3 servers for 3-tier architecture, or of course you can do it on a single server as well. But here I'm taking it on 3 servers. And here that too I'm taking Ubuntu, guys. Ubuntu, that too version 20. So T2 micro I have taken, and keep a name. I'm gonna take this one. Security groups, all traffic, and that's it. The first server name is web server. First of all, give the names here. Second server name is and third one is going to be your so I'll connect with the servers one by one. Web server. Click on connect. And here I'm gonna connect with always Mobaxto. And again, it is project number 4, guys. Okay. First one is Jenkins. Second one, Ansible. Third one, Docker. We have seen one project. It is 4th project, right? 5th project is going to be your Terraform project. Okay. So remind this one, desktop slash keeper. So here I have the document to follow, the process of installing the softwares. So this one. So for example, whenever I want to install any kind of software, first of all, what I want to do, sir? Update. And later then you need to give upgrade. What is the difference between update and upgrade? Update will give list of packages to update. But if you really want to update, we need to give upgrade. So to try to install Apache, so the command is sudo apt install Apache 2. So this is going to be command. Of course, sudo is not required. Why? Because currently we are on root user only, right? When you are on root user, sudo is not required for you. So it is installing Apache, no? Sir, here we can deploy our applications. We can deploy our application. Like already we have some Netflix application, right? I can deploy the same Netflix application. Path is cd var www. So here go and give the command git clone. I already have this Netflix application on my GitHub. GitHub. Oh wait, why it is taking this much of time? We go to all setups. No, so here I have some reference code for the Netflix actually. So here you can go and netflix.sh. Here you have some link. Copy this one. So this link I want to copy. Paste it here. And one more thing, in Ubuntu, Git is already going to be installed. Need not install separately. Have I install Git here? It will come by default. So in this folder, you have everything. Move in current folder, whatever the content you are having, move it to current folder. Yes. Now all the files came back to your folder. Now what you are going to do is copy the public IP address here. Then go and paste it here. Get a Netflix application here. So this web server main purpose is to show the application. Here I have installed one web server, sir. That is HTTPD Apache. Is it showing my application or not? Front end part of it. So this is how it is going to work for you. Again, some companies will choose to work on Nginx. In that case, what I'm going to do is I'll remove Apache and I'll install Nginx. How to remove Apache means instead of yum install, put apt purge. Purge means here we are going to uninstall the package on Ubuntu. Basically, we need to give yum remove, right? But here I'll prefer purge. Purge is to remove the packages on Ubuntu. Sir, now here I'm going to install Nginx now. Again, same command, apt install Nginx hyphen. So my Nginx installing or not, sir? That means HTTPD alternate is Nginx. If not HTTPD, I'm telling you, you can also use the Nginx here. Go and try to refresh. You will get the same application, correct or not? Of course, HTTPD is not there, but eventually we are having Nginx or not, sir? And one more thing, if you observe, by default, whenever you install HTTPD or Nginx, we need to start the service. But here I have started the service. In Ubuntu, it is not required, sir. Whenever if you go and check, give the command systemctl status Nginx. Current it is on which state, guys? So remember, when it comes to the Ubuntu, it might be Nginx or Apache. There is no need to start the service. It is by default going to be on starting state. Clear for all of you now? First of all, in 3-tier architecture, which server we have created? Here, what is the purpose? To see the application, we need to install one web server. What are the examples for web servers? Nginx and HTTPD. Again, port number both are 80. What is the port number here? So is web server creating and installing clear for all of you? Online, what about you? Can you please confirm me once? Is this concept clear for all of you? What is the meaning of web server and how to install them? Yeah, fine. So second one, which ones are here? App server. What is the purpose? To use the application. To see the application, web server. To use the application, app server. So here in real time, what we are going to use is we are going to install Tomcat. What we are going to install? And we are going to install softwares like programming language, Java, Python, PHP. We need to use. Why? Because if your application is working on Java code, you need to install Java. But your application is working on Python, we need to install Python. If your application is Node.js, we need to install Node. So this I'm gonna show you. Already you know how to install Tomcat, right? You know it or not? So here I'm not going to install Tomcat because already you know how to install. I'm gonna show you how to install Java, Python, and Node.js. Okay. So now go to the application server here. So here I have shown you how to install Java. I've seen this one. And I have given you some brief of Java as well. Like if you want to read, you can read. Like if you don't know what is Java and why we are going to use, read this. This is for your purpose only. First of all, try to update this one. apt update and upgrade also you can give. So now here, first of all, I'm going to install Java. So the command is apt install. Here I already have the command apt install default JRE and default JDK. JRE means here Java runtime environment. What is the meaning of JRE? And JDK means Java development kit. I'm going to install both of them here. Just see. And fine. Done. So next year I'm going to install default JDK. So both are done. If you go and check the command Java -version, you can see the Java version 11. Correct or not, sir? So here we need to work with environment variables. Now what I'm going to do is, 1 second. Try to install VIM editor. Why? Because in Ubuntu by default, we don't get VIM. apt install. Done. So now here, create this file, particular file in etc profile.d, create the file called Java JDK 11.sh. So here I'm exporting the path actually. Like I'll show you like side by side for your clarity. So here what I'm going to do is I'll make it side by side for you. VIM or VI, anything is fine. So go here and type the export command. So command is export Java home is equal to, so just to give slash inside user, inside lib, inside JVM. So we have something called as JDK 11.0.10. Of course, this version might be changed. And again, export path is equal to dollar path colon dollar Java home. Java home means like what is the value now? Java home value, this one. So this variable I am taking it as Java home now. So just to give slash bin. So now save this one. Guys, why? Because without exporting the path, we cannot able to run the commands there. So if you want to run the commands, I need to export the path here. After that, try to search for the Java home. If I give the command echo dollar Java home, am I seeing anything? Echo dollar path. Am I able to see anything here? Path I am seeing, but am I able to see Java home now? Why? Because sometimes whenever we connect some variables, this will not work directly. So we need to reboot the server. Have I given reboot command or not? After a couple of minutes, if you try to connect the server, those variables starts working now. Let me show you those variables. So wait for a couple of minutes. Why? Because we need to reconnect to server, right? Currently it is rebooted. So like try to connect to the server now. So this variable starts working now. Just to give sudo -i. So now previously Java home is working. No, is it working or not, sir? And you can see the path as well. So that means now you are ready to able to execute the programs. So here, if I want to execute the program, I need to install Java. Already Java installation is done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to execute the basic Java hello world program. So already this program also I have written here. Are you seeing the program here? This program you can run. Or sir, if I don't know how to run this one, just go here and type Java T point hello world program. So directly you can get a hello world program from everywhere actually. So just try to check whether your Java is working or not with running a basic hello world program. Are you seeing this hello world program? So I'm using this one. What is the name of the class here? Simple. So we need to give vim simple dot Java. So your class name should be like your file name. First of all, we need to compile. Command is java c simple dot Java. Whenever you compile the Java code, it is going to become dot class file. Which file? If I give ll now, dot Java converted to dot class or not, sir? Already we discussed on Maven. Raw file is going to convert to if I have a raw Java file, dot Java file, if I compile, it is going to convert to dot class file. Already we discussed in your Maven sessions, right? Same thing. Now just to give Java simple. Is it executing or not, sir? That means my Java program is running here. In my server, my Java program is running. Is it clear, sir? No? So this is the way how to install Java. For example, if my company is not using Java, if my company is using Python, what's my company is using? So then we need to install Python or not, sir? So like I'm gonna show you how to install Python also. So already I have the setup here. So these are the commands. Already these commands here I have given. First of all, when you write the file, javac demo.java and Java demo. Like demo means the name of the Java file. Why? Because here my class name is demo. If my class name is simple, my file name needs to be simple.java. So now Python I'm going to install. So first of all, update the server. After updating, I need to install Python 3. Sudo apt-get install Python 3. And one more thing, by default, your Ubuntu server will have Python. It is showing already Python 3 set to manually install. It is already installed. Okay. So now I'm going for 3.8 version. Already my latest version is 3.8 only if you see this. But I'm trying to run this command. Is it working now? After once it is installed and you can install modules as well. In real time, definitely we need to install numpys and pandas module. Libraries these are predefined codes which is used for the Python. So if I want to install numpys or pandas, we need to install pip or not, sir? Already this concept we discussed on Ansible. So then I'm installing pip install numpy and pip install pandas. So now use pip install numpy and pip install pandas. Why? Because these are libraries. Without this, we cannot work on real time with Python code. Done. So now if I give Python 3, it will take to write the Python code. For example, if it type Python 3, you are going to enter into the Python shell by default. So let's execute for the Python shell. So just to type Python 3. Are you into Python shell now? Just to give print hello world. Then printing hello world. My Python code is working or not? Or type print thanks all. Working or not, sir? If I want to exit, Control D. If you give Control, it is going to exit. So this is the way. If it is Java code, we need to install Java software. If it is Python, we need to install. And Tomcat, I already shown you how to install. Correct or not? You can directly use that method. And for example, if a project is Node.js, so then we need to install Node.js or not, sir? So directly use the command apt install Node.js-y. So just check with the version. Directly Node.js is installed. Just to give Node-v. Oh, sorry. If you type Node-v, are you seeing Node.js version? Type Node.js. Currently you are into console. So type console.log hello world. Are you printing hello world here? That means your Node.js code also working or not, sir? So your application can be running on any kind of platform. It can be Java platform, it can be Python platform, or it can be JS platform. If it is Python, you install Python software here. If it is Java, install Java software. If it is Node, install Node software here. Clear now? So you need to understand first of all what is the type of the application and which software we need to install. So this is how to work with the server called application server. Now web server, you know, sir, we install HTTP and Nginx. App server, we need to install Tomcat. Java, Python, Node. All of these are not required. Anyone. Okay. If code is Python, use Python. If it is Java, use Java like that. What is the last server here? In database server to store and retrieve the data. To store and retrieve data. So here what we need to install. So you can install MySQL, you can use ArangoDB, you can use, or you can use Postgres, or even though you can use MS SQL or Oracle as well. Guys, depend. Any kind of database you can use. Okay. So if you want to use MySQL, it's fine. ArangoDB you can use, Postgres, or you can use Oracle. So I'll tell you two. I'll tell you how to install MySQL and I'll tell you how to install ArangoDB as well. So to install MySQL or ArangoDB, basically I already have some scripts. Sir. If you go to all setups here, just type MySQL. Are you seeing ArangoDB? First of all, let's try to install Arango script. Don't do anything. Copy this script and I'll explain. First of all, this is going to download the repository. First link. Second link is going to download the key. For Jenkins also we download repository and key or not, sir. For ArangoDB also we need to download the repo. Later then we need to download the key. So just give sudo apt update and try to install transport tools. So here I am using ArangoDB installation. I am starting it and I am checking the. And finally Arango sh means it is a script actually to run the ArangoDB. So first point is to get the repo. Second point is to get the key. Third point is to update. Fourth one is to import transport tool HTTPS. And I'm installing the ArangoDB. I'm starting. I'm checking the. Finally, I'm running the script of Arango. So this is the way how to install ArangoDB. So now I'm going to automate this process with the help of script. But before that, we need to connect to our server or not, sir? Database server. Oh, sorry, I'm not. ArangoDB. Oh, sorry. Copy the script from there. So now ArangoDB setup is going to done automatically. I'll do nothing here. I'll just stare at the screen. So setup is going to done automatically. So password for ArangoDB. Password, I'm going to take it as just some random password. Click on yes. Click on auto. So update database files. No, sorry, basically update database file before upgrading. So we need to take the backup. Click on yes. And mostly for the Monday, we can end up the classes. So Monday is going to be your last class. Next Monday. Next Monday means not this Monday. Like after this holidays, you'll get one more Monday, right? That's it. After holidays Monday. Why? Because Terraform will take 3 classes. We will discuss it at the end. Don't worry. I'll tell you like how much class it will take. So you Q. We give Q. Whenever it comes like this, just give Q. Q means to quit. And give the password. What is the password I have given? Some random password. Are you into Arango DB now? So now you can create the databases. How to create the database means here this comments already written, sir. Are you seeing? db dot slash create database. Okay, you need to create the database like this. So I'll show you. db dot underscore create database. Database name is Raham. What is the name of the database? Database created. Create one more database called Raham1 and one more database called Raham2. How many databases I have created? If I want to see the databases, what is the command again? So I'll tell you. Instead of create, just type show database. What I'm going to put here? Show database. Oh, 1 second. Show databases, I think so. Yes, show databases, not database, databases. 1 second. DBM, okay, databases. Show is not required. Only database. Why? Because show is for MySQL actually. Yeah. Receiving databases, no? So I have created Raham, Raham1 and Raham2. And again, if I want to create one more database, Raham3, I'll put here and just type show. I mean, show is not required. Show is for MySQL, db dot slash databases. Seeing or not, sir? So this is the way how to create database. And again, sir, if you give Control D, you will come out of the terminal. Sir, you are showing the database on CLI method. Can I create database on JVM method? Means definitely you can create. For that purpose, in ArangoDB, we have a configuration file. We need to modify the configuration file. VM etc arango arangod.conf. If you go to this particular file, here in the endpoint, modify this line. What here I'm going to do is I'm going to give the private IP address of my server. That means if I go here, copy the private IP address of my app server, database server, and paste this one. That means I am linking my database server with my server. I install ArangoDB, right? ArangoDB port number is 8529 and I am connecting my server or not, sir? And again, you changed some configuration. Whenever I change configuration, I want to restart or not, sir? Check the status now. Status running now. Now, how to access this particular server with the help of GUI means copy the public IP address this time. What is the port number? 8529. So username is root. And already we have given one password here. Login. So click on, don't save. Select DB system. Now you can see the database here. Are you seeing the databases here? Seeing it or not? If I want to create new database, click on add database. Database name is Raham4. Create. Database creating or not? If I don't want this, select this database, click on delete. Yes. Database gone or not, sir? Now inside this database, you can create graphs, you can create queries, and you can view collections as well. So like lot of things you can create, sir. And even if you want logs, logs means what happened inside the database is going to show you. Of course, this is not your work, but you need to have some minimal knowledge of installing the database. So it is the way how to install the database of ArangoDB. Is ArangoDB clear for all of you now? Sir, but some people prefer to use MySQL, right? So I'm going to install MySQL. VM mysql.sh. Go here and try to search for the MySQL here. sh mysql.sh. Just to give you y for yes. Oh, sorry, I need to give small y. Okay. So root password, I am giving some password. Okay. Enter root password. I think password mismatched. Done. Strong encryption password. I think stopped. Huh? What happened to this process? Give me a second. I think the server got stopped actually. Okay, fine. Like let's do. I'll install this software on one more server. Why? Because that's been stopped, right? So I'll install this on one more server in the meanwhile. Just run the script here. The server got stopped, right? So like I'm trying to install the script on one more server. So give the password. I will say to you how to install JFrog. JFrog done it already for us. Not done, huh? Sure. Okay, fine. I'll cover it now then. JFrog, like it is very small concept actually. Just running the script is enough for JFrog. JFrog is nothing but it's an artifactory storage. For artifactory, I asked you to use AWS S3, right? But in real time, we can use something called as JFrog, which I don't recommend to use. Why? Because in real time, we prefer buckets to store artifacts. But if you want to use, you can use. Like I'll tell you, Raham123 is the password for now. So here, like try to create database. Create database Raham. Database created now. If I want to see the database, show database. So I see databases no Raham. If I want to create one more database called Raham1, Raham2, give Raham3. Now click on show databases. Receive the database no. So like this is the way how to create database. If I want to use one particular database, so click on use Raham. Now this particular command is to select the database which you want to insert the data. Now are you seeing database change now? Currently you are using the Raham database. Which database? So this is the way how you can use the database. For example, I want to delete the database. Command is delete. No, not delete. Basically, we need to use drop actually. Drop database Raham1. Now, if you go and see, you cannot see the Raham database. Raham1. Are you seeing Raham1 here? Try to delete Raham2. Are you able to see Raham2 now? No. Why? Because we have drop. So this is how the way to create database, the way to select, the way to drop, and the way to use. So again, all the softwares we need to install in server. Whenever you go to a company as a fresher, these are the basic tasks they are going to give you. Once if you are comfortable of doing this task, then they can handle you the deployment and other activities. Why? Because if you don't know the architecture and if you don't know in which server which software is there, how can you install the how can you deploy the application, sir? For example, in real-time deployment, you are going to do on application server. Which server? So first of all, you need to know, right, what is the application server, which software we need to install, and how it is going to work. We need to know about these factors or not, sir. Without knowing 3-tier architecture, you cannot work on real time. That's what damn sure. This is very, very important. If we don't know the architecture, how can we able to work on real time, sir? Is it possible even? So that's the reason I have explained you the 3-tier architecture. In the starting day only, I explained this concept, right? In day 2 of our demo. How many of are like on day 2 demo here? Day 2. Okay, 1, 2. Okay. So in the day 2, I said this one. But there theoretically I have said, but now I have shown you the practical way. Is the concept clear, sir? So this is the project number 4. Just a small project, not that much of big project. Well, big project. Fine now, like here I'm going to show you how to install JFrog. No, again for JFrog also we have script. No need to worry. Are you seeing jfrog.sh? Sir, JFrog is nothing but a artifactory service. What is the meaning of JFrog? What exactly the meaning of artifactory service means? If you ask me, for example, generally, if I compile the Java code, like with the help of Maven, what we are going to build? We are going to build a var file or not, sir? That var file is called as artifactory. What we can call as? In real time to store the artifactory, we need to use some tools called JFrog and Nexus. Nexus and JFrog both are artifactory tools. Nexus and JFrog both are going to be your. That means you can store your var files, jar files, and year files. Why we need to store means whenever the application got failed, if we store the var file separately, we can able to roll back or not, sir? So to storing the artifacts in real time, which tool we are going to use here? JFrog tool. So now I'm going to tell you how to set up. But before that, I'm going to create a new server here. So just name this server as artifactory server. And here I'm taking Amazon Linux 2023. Guys, at least take T2 medium, let's take in a least case. Network, Rakesh, VPC, security groups, all traffic, and like generally 30 GB is up to free, right? For general purpose. I'm using general purpose, I am taking 30 GB. And in the meanwhile, web server, app server, database server is not required for me. I'm going to remove all of them. But because these are not necessary for me. My project is done, right? Click on terminate. So connect to this server. VM JFrog.sh. Copy the script from here. So again, I'll explain this script. So here, first command, like, let me make space. The first command is going to download the repo. What is going to download? So after you downloading the repo, move to etc mrepos.py, because whenever you download any repository, we need to move to mrepos only. Next, I'm updating. I'm installing the JFrog artifactory and I'm starting it. I'm checking the status. Sir, again, this is also a service. Whenever you download service, we need to always. So remember, everything we need to get the repo only. If it is a service, remember, if it is a service, we need to download the repo. Jenkins is service or not, sir? ArangoDB service. MySQL also, like, we install. And finally, we install JFrog. Try to install jfrog.sh. So it's taking some time to run. Fine. Finally, we got it. So like the port number is for JFrog 8081. What will be the port number? And one more thing, Nexus also we have the same artifactory, same port number 8081. Nexus is not on your syllabus, but for your clarity, I have given the setup on your GitHub. Just go for the setup, copy paste and run. Nexus also same port number, it will get the 8081. Are you seeing your artifactory is getting ready now? It's like a chocolate factory making the chocolates, right? A chemistry lab, huh? Like whatever. Previously, this is not the UI for JFrog, but they have changed it recently. But couple of months ago, it is not the UI. Recently, it got changed. Seems interesting, right? Fine. So now your JFrog is ready. So username, I'm going to give it as root. Password, I'm giving it as some random password. And one more thing, sorry. I think it's admin. Username admin, password also admin, I think so. Oh, fail. Root and root, right? I think so. Username is root. Password is specified. No, not this one. For JFrog, the username and password will be root and root or admin. Admin is not taking. Let's try with the root. Oh man, what's happening? I think I forgot this one. Okay, let me check. Okay. Username is admin and password name is password only. I forgot this thing. Admin and password. So now, yes, click on get started. So new password you can give up to your choice. So then go here, click on next. So skip all of this. We don't want this as of now. So click on finish. So now here you can create some repositories, sir. Go to repository. So here by default you have one local repository, right? If you want to create new repository, add repository, click on local. So here I'm gonna create for Maven. Repository name is Swiggy var files or like Zomato. Like anything is fine. So I'm selecting a Maven 2 by default. This is what I want. Click on create repository. Are you seeing your repository? So now in this repository, what you can do is you can go here and you can export some var files here. What I can do? Var file. Directly whenever you build a var file, right? The server will get the var file. Of course, we have some pipeline script to run this one. So directly your var file is going to store here. But instead of using JFrog, I'll prefer to use AWS S3. You can ask me, sir, why to use AWS S3 means? To maintain JFrog, what is the server type I'm using? T2 medium, free or paid? First thing. Second thing is we need to have two servers. If one server is down, we need to use another server. Multiple servers. Third one is storage. At least we need to have the 100 GB. Here I have taken only 30 GB. But in real time, minimum to minimum, we need 100 GB. That means EBS volume is consuming. Two servers we are using and two CPUs and 4 GB of RAM. Totally, if we calculate, the amount of cost is going to be very high or not, sir? Instead of that one, directly we can store var file on AWS S3. Already I have shown you the command AWS S3 CP, name of the file and name of the bucket. So in our companies as well, to reduce the cost, we prefer S3 buckets, sir. Rather than creating all of this stuff, we prefer S3 bucket. But if you want to use, this is the way how you can use the JFrog artifactory service. I won't recommend. Just for your knowledge purpose, I said JFrog is an artifactory service. What is the meaning of artifactory? To storing the artifacts. What are the artifacts? Jar file, var file, and year file. Why JFrog I'm not recommending for you? Cost and maintenance is going to be high. Expensive. For that purpose, we can use S3 bucket, right? Simply we can able to store the data. So this is JFrog artifactory service for you. So these both documents I'm going to upload to your classroom now. So let me open your classroom. Like 10:45 a.m. So classwork. So that's it for today's session. And one more thing, like I'll tell you the process, like what we are going to do is, so your class are going to start from again when? At which time? Thursday, Friday. So at mostly Thursday and Friday, I'll teach Terraform. Saturday also for the first two, and Saturday I'll try to take class for 2 hours. Why? Because for first 30 to 40 minutes, I'll teach you the Terraform project. It is like project is going to be very, very easy. Project is going to be very, very easy. And for the next 1 hour, completely I'm gonna keep focus on career guidance, resume building, and all of this stuff. Okay. So Thursday, Terraform I'll cover. Friday also I'll cover Terraform. Even Saturday also I'll cover Terraform. So after Saturday, so I'm gonna teach you the resume building, career guidance, all of this session. So guys, whoever is attending from the online, I will recommend you to come to offline from Thursday. Why? Because I gave you one additional holiday. I know if I take the class day on Wednesday, nobody is going to come. Why? Because festival vibes is like that, right? So for you only, I have given one additional holiday. Okay. So take holiday on Wednesday as well. Why? Because Wednesday we have the institute, but I have given holidays. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday is going to be the end of our course. And which tool we have pending means all tools we have covered, starting from Git. Have we covered Git? Maven, Jenkins, done. Ansible, done. Docker, done. Kubernetes, done. Prometheus, done, which is not on your syllabus. Grafana also have covered. Node exporter also we have seen. Actually, instead of these three, I need to cover Nagios, but Nagios I'm leaving and covering all of this. SonarQube have we done. JFrog also we have done. So nothing to cover, everything we have covered. Okay. So this is going to be the thing actually. Clear now, sir? So that's it for today's session. So one more small topic pending is the concept is like what we call this one. Virtualization, which will complete in 5 minutes, but I'll not tell tomorrow. I'll tell on Thursday's class. So when is your last class, guys? This upcoming Saturday is going to be last class. That means within 1 week, we are going to wrap the course completely. Okay. Mostly, I like I said, if not Saturday, like Saturday, I might have some other works, but I'm not sure. Like I have some family function, but that do not confirmed yet. If not Saturday, it's Monday. But if Saturday I'm not going to family function, I'll wrap up this on Saturday only. Okay.